Hi everyone, let's talk about Forestaurant. And this was one of the games that I think I mentioned it on Games of the Week ages ago when I was still doing that regularly, and it was on the Essen preview and everything. I was really excited about this game, just mainly down to the concept. There wasn't much art and there wasn't much about the game other than that it was about a restaurant in the forest. You're trying to serve these animals and not get them too angry based on predators and things. This is one of the few games I played at Essen as well. I got to have a demo with some of the people from Cottage Take Games. A few other people wanted a demo at the same time, so we had a big, I think it was a 5-player game of it. So there was so much, there was so much of people passing ingredients and cards and things to each other, and so much interaction to try and win this game. We got, I'd say maybe a bit further than I got in this, but we still ended up losing. As I said at the start of the playthrough, I've never won this game, but I really, really enjoy it. I really like, the cute idea, the really nice art on the animals and the meals and things. Just the concept of you running this restaurant in the forest and these animals are kind of posting online and, affecting the star rating of your restaurant, and you need to have satisfied all of these species to be able to win. I really like the concept behind it. The gameplay is, it's really simple to pick up. There's not very many, things that you need to remember. You just need to, it's kind of laid out for you. When you draw that card that says what the event's going to be this round, you can look down the line and see already, if they've got nothing on the card, that means they're ready to order. If they've already got a bell and they haven't been served, they get stress. If they've already got a menu and they haven't been served it, they get stress. It's quite simple to keep up, do the upkeep rather than keep up every round. And the hard part is actually working it out. I make bad decisions. This is something that I liked from the first play of this game, that after we'd lost, I was speaking to someone from Cottage Take Games about the things that we could have done better. About if I hadn't spent this turn doing this and I just got ingredients instead, then on the next person's turn, they could have used my ingredients to serve this person and we wouldn't have lost. We would have kept carrying on. We wouldn't necessarily have won, but there are a lot of times in this game where you can kind of do a post-mortem on your last few turns and see that, we shouldn't have ignored this guy. We had the perfect card. We should have just got ingredients and got him out of the way. There are a lot of times where you can kind of look back and see that you kind of, you dug your own grave by the decisions that you made. And I really like that. There is an element of, because you're just getting the events from the deck, there can always be an element of just, you keep drawing the same row constantly and you just haven't been able to sort those people out, or you have been able to take their order and things, but they've already got 2 clouds on them and you just haven't got any badger cards to calm him down. So even though you're trying to progress him, he's already at maximum annoyance, and you just can't calm that down. The row just keeps coming out, and he keeps getting stuff on him. That can happen. It doesn't happen a lot, and you can say that's true of a lot of co-op games, really, and random events of you could get ridiculously unlucky in Pandemic, and after the epidemic, just the worst city just keeps coming out, and then you get another one and have to shuffle it in. It's it's a rare case, but it's possible in a lot of games. But I still really, really enjoy this game. It's quite unique in terms of theme, and the gameplay is being, as I said, it's the actual process of playing the game is quite simple. You have to kind of remember the times when you need the right number, like when you're taking someone's order, it doesn't matter what the number on the card is, but if you are serving them, it does matter. And the predator-prey relationships, it would be nice if it came with a couple of extra cards with bits from the player aid on it. I think there were just versions of the back of the rulebook at the table they had for the game at Essen. They had kind of menu, the plastic menu stand-up things that you can have in restaurants. They had some of them with player aids on them. It would be nice if it had a couple of them, because you do have to keep reminding yourself of which colours don't want to be next to the other colours. And in a game with 2 players, it's fine. We just have the rulebook where I had it in the playthrough. But in a game with more players, it would be nice to have a bit more of that. You can't just photocopy that though, or there may be something on Board Game Geek for it. But in general, yeah, I've really been enjoying this, and I should mention that I don't know their plans for release or anything of this. It says in the rulebook that there was only 600 copies of this for the first pressing of it, so I'm not sure what the future plans for it are, but you can get it at the moment. I'll put links in the description for it. It's cogitategames.com, and that will link you to a Forestaurant website where there's a form you can fill in if you want more information, or I think you can order it from there. There's, it's a very limited thing. It's the company's, first board game. They do things. They do those. They do crokinole boards, and so when I was trying to find out information about the game, I was like, "Am I on the right website?" But this is the new thing. They're trying to get their website worked out, but you can get it from there. Anyway, I think that is enough about Forestaurant. Really, really enjoying it so far. Desperately hope to win. Oh, there is. I did notice when I was setting up this game that we have never. I don't seem to have read past the first part of the variations section to make it easier. You can also decide that you only need 4 or 3 rather than 5 of every species to win, and you can ignore putting clouds on guests that have had their menu but haven't had their meal yet. There are a few more tweaks you can do. There are variants in here to make it harder. I certainly don't need them yet, but it is kind of variable based on your skill at the game. If you're finding it as hard as me, then there are further ways you can make it easier on yourself, because that is a thing that I don't do as well. I tend to, maybe just through being scared of stressing other species out, I tend to put a lot of the same species out and find that towards the end of the game, oh well, I've got no rabbits, for example, have been done here. They were always used to do other actions because I wanted the cards for the species that were already out there to kind of keep them calm. But if you can kind of keep an even thing, like I've got 7 of a particular species already done, there's another 4 on the board. They're doing tons of that species. It can be nice to get multiples of 5 to get the stars revealed again on your menu, but at the same time you're wasting time and resources, really, because you could be concentrating on the species that you need to get to 5. You only need to get to 5 and you win. Anyway, that's just more strategy stuff. Really like Forestaurant so far. Definitely going to be trying harder to crack the game. And that's it. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you for the next game. Bye, everyone.